Hi Hannah, come in, sit down.
Hi.
How are you doing? You alright?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, good weekend?
Yeah, it was good.
Get up to anything?
No, not really.
No? No good TV? No nothing?
We did binge watch some Netflix actually.
Yeah, God love Net. What's that programme called? Tell me you've seen Tiger King.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were watching actually. It's so weird.
So, I can't remember who told me, but they said give it a go. And I'm like, oh, okay, it just really doesn't look like my thing at all. And I think I watched an episode at 8 o'clock and I think I went to bed at about 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, we watched the whole thing in one sitting as well, yeah.
You'll have a good binge.
It's so entertaining. And I've heard they're supposed to be making a film, bringing a film out with it, with like Nicolas Cage starring in it.
How amazing would that be?
That'd be good. I'm going to have to book the week off when that comes out and binge watch it again.
I think I'm going to have to do the same. I'll have to do the same for what's that other one I really, really enjoyed. It was a proper documentary. Making a Murderer. Seen that one?
Yeah, we've seen that one. I'm looking forward to the next one of that.
Absolutely. Right, okay, so good taste in documentaries.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm glad you loosened up a little bit. I could see you a bit when you came in.
Yeah, I was feeling a bit nervous about today.
Oh, don't. Please don't. This is all about benefiting you. This is an honest talk where you can two-way feedback and it's going to benefit you. Right? You're going to leave this room feeling better, not worse. Okay, so please don't ever feel that way about these meetings and these reviews. Okay. So I have got some information in front of me, but I'd rather you tell me and we have a discussion of how you're doing, how you feel at the moment and stuff, and then we'll see what we can do to make things better, move things along. Is that okay?
Okay.
So, as I said, I've got some kind of like puzzle pieces in front of me, but there's obviously a lot missing. So, it's your first year as well. So I'd like to hear from you how you feel that first year has been.
I think it's gone pretty good.
Okay.
I passed my probation straight away, like the first 3-month period.
Yes.
And since then I've managed to increase my pick rate.
See that? Yeah, cool. What any other highlights?
Well, I used to make a lot of mistakes when I first started, like picking the wrong items and being a bit slow.
Of course.
But I think the longer I've been here now, I've managed to get better at that and I don't make as many mistakes. And I've increased my orders as well.
Cool. Yeah, I can see that. And you're going to make mistakes, aren't you? Yeah, that makes sense. That's absolutely fine. Okay, cool. Yeah, summarised that pretty well. So, there's the highlights. Any lowlights?
Well, I don't know if you know, but I had a falling out with David on my team. He kept saying that I was really slow and he was really impatient with me, and I just lost my temper with him the one day, and he ended up putting in a grievance against me.
Oh, okay. Was that been resolved?
Yeah, me and Dave actually get on now. We talk quite a lot.
Okay, good.
He's the only member of the team that I do talk to.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think the rest of the team like me very much.
Why do you think that?
Well, when I first started, no one really came and spoke to me or welcomed me. And then I just kept myself to myself. And then since I fell out with Dave, I think they've really taken a dislike to me.
Oh. You feel quite isolated then, I assume?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm genuinely sorry to hear that. But may have a solution for that, which we'll get onto later on.
Okay.
There's one point that you didn't mention there that might even be related. The number of absences seems to have increased in the latter half of the year.
Yeah, I have been ill a couple of times, but if I'm being honest, at the beginning I was like really happy and I could power through it and I came into work. But I think since I've had this fallout with Dave and the rest of the team, I don't feel as comfortable. So if I have been sick, I haven't powered through as much. I have taken the time off and just stayed at home.
Okay, so I don't really feel that way. I mean, if you're too ill to come into work, then you obviously follow absence policy. But don't you feel stressed about it? Don't you feel that if you're not 100%, then you can't come into work for fear of being criticised or anything like that? That's not right. Without going out on too much of a limb, is that potentially the reason you don't attend the corporate events and the charity stuff we do?
Yeah, I do feel a bit anxious about going to those, especially because I wouldn't have any friends there because I don't get on with my team very well.
Okay. This all starting to make sense now. So, There are a couple of bits that I can see that could do with some improvement on your KPI wise. And that's your damage free shipments. Your percentage for you is 99%, I can see, and the best in class is 99.9. So that's where like I kind of want you to be. And as I say, you have, you've met your targets, but like you're trying to aim for that top tier now.
Oh, I didn't realise I was behind the curve on that one. I thought I was doing okay. I do struggle with packing sometimes, but I just assumed that everyone had the same issues.
And it doesn't surprise me at all that you don't know that, that's, it's not behind the curve as much, it's just that's the best in class figure. Right? This is my aim for everybody. Alright? But that makes sense, especially with like best practice and stuff like that. You get to grips with things like that by discussing it with your team. When you're on break together, when something new happens and you have a bit of a whinge at something that isn't so easy to do, or and then you discover some best practice and you share it with each other. So if you're on the outside of that circle, then it's I understand that, and that's what we got to try and fix now, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you feel your first 3 months was then, out of curiosity, like training wise? Because you passed your probation.
Yeah. I think it was pretty adequate. I feel like I was shown everything that I needed to be shown. But to be honest, I did have some questions, and I still do every now and again. But I don't really have anyone that I'm comfortable with asking.
What sort of questions?
Like the best way to pack certain items. And I struggle with the handheld devices that we sometimes use. I can't always get my head around them.
Yeah, okay. They're quite common questions for new starters and stuff. I really want you to be able to ask your colleagues and your team leader, alright, any questions you got. I appreciate that's easy for me to say, especially if there's been issues, but always your team leader, okay?
Yeah, I know. I think I've got into a bit of a habit of not really talking to anyone because it's been so long, but I know that I do need to be a bit braver and start asking for advice and asking questions when I need help.
Okay, yeah, well, again, thanks for the honesty. I certainly think, I don't think it's all you mind, that I would like for a team to take a new person in, and for some reason that hasn't quite happened. So we need to work together now to try and create a solution.
Okay.
So I want you to try and stretch out now and achieve, or aim to achieve the top tier, the best in class sort of figures.
So what are the best in class KPIs?
They are 10.26 orders received an hour.
Yeah.
23.5 orders picked per hour. And then for the on-time ready, the damage-free shipments, and the accuracy are all 99.9%. Do you know what your figures are?
Yeah, I think mine are well below that. But I didn't realise, because I did want to talk to you today about potentially developing into a team leader, but I guess that probably isn't going to happen now with my figures.
Well, you've hit your targets.
Oh, okay.
This is all about bringing you on.
Okay.
Okay, don't do not think that for the slightest bit. Okay, but as for development, I'll develop anyone who wants to be developed. I think we can come to an agreement from this, and we'll set some targets and stuff. The main one obviously is going to be integrating you with that team.
Okay.
So if you want to be a team leader, obviously this is something you're going to have to look at. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I want you to achieve what you want to achieve. The happier you are, happier I am. All right.
Yeah.
And everyone else in between. Okay, so I'm going to set you some objectives, and now we'll see if we can come to agreement on how we're going to get there. Is that all right?
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think could help you just with the performance-wise, with to getting those figures up a little bit? Is there anything that you think would, in the realms that you feel comfortable with, before I say anything?
I have always liked the idea of working with someone, so I can watch them work, and then I can ask them one-on-one questions when I see things happening, like with the handheld devices. Just working with someone might be quite nice.
Perfect. There you go. Just like the documentaries, great minds think alike, don't they? I was thinking exactly the same thing. So
Okay,
I'm glad
good,
you said that. That's the easiest way, and it's going to have the most value for you. there are other things we could possibly do. We'll see how we get on with that. How do you feel about work shadowing Dave? You say you get on with Dave?
Yeah, I think I'd rather it be with Dave, because
Yeah.
they said he's the one I get on with the most now.
So that makes sense. I mean, Dave's a high achiever and he's actually a very popular member of the team.
Yeah.
So it won't be so much. Part of it will be working with him, seeing what he does, watching the best practice. You've then got someone to ask questions and ask them all. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll give you 4 weeks with Dave.
Okay.
All right, that's
Yeah.
a good amount of time, but you can also observe his behaviours. All right. And Dave will be fine with it. I know Dave will be fine with that. Okay, I like this. So, you tell me what's in the realms of reality. What would you want to try and achieve, figures wise? Say like 6 months time.
Well, now I know what the best in class is. I think I could strive to achieve 9 orders received in an hour, 20 picked and shipped per hour, and 99.6 for the damage-free shipments and accuracy.
I like that. It's not ambitious, not overly ambitious. So I think we can achieve that. Considering what you've achieved with not having much advice or anything from your team, I think that's in the realms of reality.
Yeah. Okay.
So how would you feel? I could put that on agreed actions, yeah?
Yeah, I'm happy with that if you are.
Okay. So, something else I was thinking of. If we sit down in about 6 months' time, so will that be like November time?
Yeah.
I'll put a date in. Between now and then, there are some courses around teamwork and coaching conversations. I'd like you to book on to each of those courses.
Like training courses.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you've got 6 months in which to do that. There's also a few corporate events, charity events, obviously between now and yes, I know, and I'll never put that down as an action, but it would be nice if you could attend.
Yeah, do you know what? I think that is fair enough. I do agree it's probably going to benefit me, because if I've got a good relationship with Dave and he can help me speak to the team as well, I think it would make me less anxious about going, and then I can get to know them better, and then that's only going to improve my work, really, isn't it?
A year is a long time. I think you've built this up and up. We need to get you out of your shell now.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm always going to put down. Sit down in 6 months. I put down those KPIs. Absence 3%. Can you achieve that?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the company average. I've listened to you. I completely understand. I think we're on to a winner with this.
I think this will help make a difference, definitely.
Yeah, good. And if you've achieved anything we discussed, or in that realm, in that 6 months' time, if you've done those courses as well, we'll talk about your development. I'll put you on a development tracker.
Okay.
I'll put you on a program officially. All right.
That's good. Sounds good to me.
Brilliant. So if there's anything you want to talk about, if it's not going well, any questions, you need to come to me, okay? Or your team leader, all right? It's no good just being in your shell. You need to ask, all right?
Okay. Well, hopefully I can start asking Dave then, if I'm working with him for 4 weeks now.
Good. I don't want you suffering in silence. I mean, from the sounds of it, you've had a year of it, no more, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
But well done on what you've done, mind, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, well, I'll do. I'll write this up, and I'll send over with the agreed objectives. So you've got a copy as well. Okay.
Will my team leader know about my objectives as well?
Of course. Yeah. But as I said, you've got to make sure that communication is there as well. He'll be communicating with you. All right. So make sure you just communicate back any questions at all. If we need to change this plan, we change it. All right. Whatever's best for you. That's all I want you to get up to there. All right.
Okay.
Cool. And make sure you let me know when there's another season or anything of Target King.
Yeah, you'll be the first
I'm
to know.
putting that down
definitely.
as well, alright?
Yeah, agreed.
Any questions or anything?
No, I brought up what I wanted to about developing and the issues I was having, but no, I feel a lot better now we've talked about it.
Brilliant. And if you need anything like this again, just let me know, okay?
Okay, thanks,
Don't worry,
Mike.
to feel good. Cheers. Thanks
Thank
for your time.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.